Hey guys, I got a 400 disc Sony CD/DVD player. It's model number DVP-CX985V. I took this apart because the two main drive belts, they over time they stretch out and they don't work. So I opened it up, replaced the two main drive belts. So the unit itself, show it real quick. See, it's in good shape. Some scuffing, a little bit of paint loss right here. From, I think this was multiple units were stacked on top of one another. I think that's where that probably came from. You rotate it here. Okay, so for your outputs, you've got your digital out. What I'm going to set up, so you've got your component, which is your red, white, yellow. If you're looking on the back of your TV or how you're going to set this up, I assume that since it's a DVD player, you'll be looking at that. And it's also got composite, which is your red, blue, or sorry, green, blue, red, red, white. So if you're using that, you're going to use these three and these two for your line out for your audio. So that's how I'm going to set up. Another important thing to note here is look at this command mode. You need to set, see, it's these, I think you can have three of these stacked. I haven't actually done the research on it, but I believe you can have three of these units chained together. And you need to make sure your remote is set to the one you want to control. So this unit does come with a remote. But one thing I will note is there is damage to this remote. So you can see some pry marks here on the back, right here. If you're going to use these type of remotes and you do not want to have your battery leaking into your remote, you need to use the new Energizer, or I assume the other type too, lithium batteries instead of the alkaline batteries. Alkaline batteries will leak over time. The lithium ones, it's my understanding those won't. Don't quote me on that, but that's my understanding. So these obviously had the alkaline in them and they leaked. And you can see somebody came in and tried to get the battery out by using this middle piece as a pry bar. So you can see there's some damage here. I took the remote apart proper way. I have a video on how to clean these if you're interested, but I cleaned this all out. You can see there's still some remnant where it darkened on that board itself, but the remote itself works fine once I cleaned it up and fixed it. You can see I've got this set to 3, just like the back here has, so it's going to control this one. I'm going to let it focus here. Go ahead and load this in. Damage doesn't really mean too much. Just a little bit of pry marks right here. But other than that, it's in really nice shape after I cleaned it up. Okay. Going on around, once again, a little bit of a paint spot right there. Okay, so I'm going to stop it here. Bear with me here. I'm going to plug this in. Okay. All right, so first thing I'm going to do here is use the remote, turn it on. Sorry, I had to turn it on that way first. I had to actually push the power button in. Make sure I got these batteries loaded right. Okay, so it's going to go around and it's going to search for DVDs inside the machine. Of course, there's no discs in right now. Bear with me, I got to get new batteries. Helps if you actually have power. I think that's why it wasn't turning on. Now I'll hit power. Okay. I don't think I've tested any of my batteries lately. Okay, see the light comes on? If you look at your remotes through, make it dark and you put power on it, make it dark and look at through your camera lens, you can see if the remote's working or not by pressing it. So it's working now. I picked up some good batteries. I gotta get rid of these old ones and stop trying to recycle. Okay, so if I want to hit power, see, power off, power back on. It, of course, when you go off and on, it's going to cycle through again and look for disk inside the machine. Okay. Sorry, I turned it off. Okay, so it says no discs. I'm going to hit the open. Make sure you're aiming your remote when you're pushing it right there. If you don't, it's not going to do anything. Okay, so I'm going to load some discs in. They have to be loaded the proper direction. Just follow that. Oh, first I'll show you the inside of the unit. That's how you cycle it around. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put it back on the first position. Okay, so I'll put in a disc into position roughly number 1 because I don't want to put my head right in front to be able to see and I'm at a weird angle. So that's a music CD. At 100, I'll put another music. At 200, I'll put a DVD. say 290, one more. Okay. Then we'll close it. Once again, you gotta aim at that with the remote. Okay, I put the first disc instead of position 1, I must have put it at position 400. Oh, let me stop this real quick and set up an actual speaker on this. So I'm gonna show you the back. Sure, we got a cord here. Okay, so when I was talking about, you need to check if you're going to set this up to your TV, you need to check the back of your TV to see if it has this green, blue, red, red, white. Make sure you have that. If not, you're going to need a converter. I have a converter I bought off Amazon that converts it to from composite to HDMI, but this is not included. I'll include this cable. I'll include this one and the red white, but not the converter. So just FYI. All right. Bear with me. All right, red to red, blue to blue, green to green. Then on your converter, you would have no audio if you didn't do red to red, white to white. Okay, now set up the portable screen here. Okay. That way you can see the screen too. Plug in your converter to your HDMI. Turn the TV on. Okay, now we'll hit play. Oh, sorry, wrong remote. I can only play about 3 seconds, and then I'm gonna have to skip to the next. You can see it's on track 1 right now. Wish I could somehow, let me see if I can get this be far enough out that, yeah, there we go. That's better. Okay, sorry guys. All right. Trying to get as much in the view as I can, being somewhat close. So, hit play. Okay. I went to track 2. I can only do a very short amount of time here. Okay. I'm gonna hit stop. I gotta aim right here. Don't forget at that spot. So the next thing I'll know is I do not know with the remote how to make it go to the next disc. So what I can do is make it go to the next one. Bear with me. So right here, I can go to the next disc. I don't know how to make it go to a specific disc. So now it's going to load the next one. Remember, I put that one at 100. I got it right on the nose this time. This is another music. Okay, stop. And I'll make it go to the next one. With this one will be the DVD, remember? Okay. I don't want to do too much of that. I don't want to get in trouble. So, next. Okay, so if you get this unit and you want to load DVDs into it, you just need to write down when you put them in so you can create a log of where your, the whatever DVD or such you want to listen to. Okay, a couple seconds. So guys, that shows it works with both CDs and DVDs. This one's in really good shape. Main point is that the 2 main drive belts have been replaced. So that's good. You won't have to worry about that. As far as condition, there are some scuffs on this top. See it? Right there. Little paint loss right there. Other than that, really good shape. Let me know if you have any questions on this listing. Thanks.